Hello, Hopewell. I'm Jenna Fleming, a licensed counselor in Georgetown. I know some of you from working as Terra Vista school counselor years ago. I've been invited today by Stephen Burrows to create several videos for you on stress. So this is the first of this series. I'm super grateful. And in this video, I'd like to share a simple and effective tool with you that I think you can put into use immediately. So let me start by sharing that just the other day, I was feeling out of sorts. I'm feeling stressed with the approaching holidays and all the things to get done for that. I'm getting requests from my kids. They're kind of showing me a lot of grumpy attitude. I'm making decisions and trying to navigate the world with everything COVID. Life was feeling like a bit much. So I start getting grouchy and I start leaning on my toxic friends, Ben and Jerry. And they're never helpful because every time I leave them, I've got a headache and I feel regretful. So I needed to back off and take a moment to collect my thoughts. I needed to remember a really powerful tool that I use, and it was super effective. It's something I learned a while ago, and it's to create a stress journal. Now, hear me out. I am not one of those people that loves to journal out all of my thoughts and emotions, but this particular tool can be super useful. It's a way for you to get out your complaints, your grouchiness, all of the negativity out. Just write it out. And the power that can come from it is really incredible. So I want to tell you why I think this is super effective. First, this approach is really cathartic. When stress is overtaking your mind, it's difficult to sort everything out. It's difficult to organize your thoughts. By writing stuff that's stressing you out down, you get to purge all of those stress demons out of your head onto paper. When you write it out, you get it out of your mind and you get it out of your body, and that can be super powerful. The second reason I love this tool is that it helps me to gain perspective. When all of us get stressed out, even though it's usually just a few things in our life that aren't going well, it can feel like everything is going wrong, that everything in our life is stressful, and that's just not so. It's like we've got this huge weighted cloud over our life and we can't seem to focus on anything else, and it might feel like we can't even manage it. So the moment that we write down exactly what's stressing us out, this big cloud seems to break down into smaller droplets. It's a lot easier to say, I really have these 3 things that are stressing me out right now, rather than, oh my gosh, my whole life is so stressful. So number 3, why I find this tool super useful, is that it turns my mind immediately toward problem solving instead of problem focusing. When I write something down, immediately my mind goes to action on how I can solve the problem. Right then and there, I start writing down my strategies. You can share this activity with your family, your spouse, your coworkers, even your kids when something isn't going well. And in fact, that's what I did, is I started problem solving. Where am I getting grouchy? What's going on? And what can I do to get in front of the problem? The cool thing is that, even if you can't solve the problem, even if there isn't a solution or you can't do it completely, you can ask yourself, what can I change about my attitude or my mindset in this situation so that I don't continue to stress about it so much? And number 4, why I love this tool, is that I feel empowered. Knowing that I can write down my stressors and that I have a system for dealing with things gives me power and it gives me strength so that I can move forward. I didn't have that before, and it helps me to feel less of a victim to the circumstances and more empowered to do something about that. So if you're finding that you have a lot of gnats coming at you or big overwhelming problems, I encourage you to experiment with your own stress log. You can do this in a notebook. You can do this digitally. It really doesn't matter. Use whatever platform feels right to you. It all comes down to remembering that writing it down can help to lift that cloud. So I hope that this tool is useful for you right now as we're in kind of the heat of all things with school revving up and ramping up and about to come to a big break. We have a lot of stress coming at us right now with changes in COVID-19 and the numbers and navigating decisions. We have a lot of stress in front of us with the holidays and perhaps with your work or your family situation. So take a moment to sort through all of that and use more of an empowering approach. I'd love to know how that goes for you. And you can look forward to other short videos that I'll be creating for you. Thanks to Stephen for reaching out. I hope this finds everybody well. Thanks.